And I think a lot of times, you know, you go in the club, you see it. You see girls, they running, they got their little crew with them, wham, wham. And then it be like, for the straight man, we sitting in the club, how I'm supposed to come over there and holler at you when all that going on? You got to understand, too, that the women of power also walk around like men of power. They got
women of power walk around like men of power. Those are the women you hear who want to do everything a man does. Those are the women you hear who say, you know, they want a partner, not a husband.
Tell us the truth!
All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, a.k.a. Dr. B.O.A. Yep, I got time today. I don't know if y'all remember Big Gipp from Goody Mob, one of the most celebrated Southern rap groups of all time, man. I mean, Cell Therapy, Soul Food, great music, man, great music. Spawned CeeLo Green, a.k.a. Nas Barkley. And I'm going to be honest with you, brother, that was some of Organized Noise's best work. Big Gipp was the, let's say, the stylish one of the crew. And he also had a verse on Nelly's song Grills, which was top notch as well. Now, as an OG, Big Gipp is understanding the same things we're all understanding when it comes to dating and relationships in this society. You got to really, really be careful about who you're picking to be your wife, because it's going to be a terrible mistake if you pick the wrong one. Now, Gipp is going to talk about how this is the first true generation of strong, powerful black women. It really is. Women have always been getting it a little bit. There are a few that gotten it. You go all the way back to Madam C.J. Walker. She was one of a kind. You move about 50 years forward, there were quite a few more. You look at right now, man, there's a bunch of women out here getting it. There's a bunch of women who get into the bag. But that is one of the main issues with dating and relationships. That's why good men can't find a good woman and good women can't find a good man, because these differences in what's normal have made everyone just shy away from relationships altogether and just be around here playing this deadly game of not cat and mouse, but ace and herpes. But let's take a listen to this clip, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
y'all are the first women that can say, I make more money than men. That means y'all carry yourself different, y'all talk different, and y'all rule different. Now, that's where most men are having their problem. And there's no disrespect to nobody. But also, I've learned with powerful women, they run around a lot of times with gay men. And they expect a straight man to act like that type of man. And I don't be understanding, because you get along with that type of man, you think that those kind of conversations supposed to be over here with me. And I think a lot of times, you know, you go in the club, you see it. You see girls, they running, they got their little crew with them, wham, wham. And then it be like, for the straight man, we sitting in the club, how I'm supposed to come over there and holler at you when all that going on? You got to understand, too, that the women of power also walk around like men of power. They got
Women of power walk around like men of power. Those are the women you hear who want to do everything a man does. Those are the women you hear who say, you know, they want a partner, not a husband. Let me tell you something, bro. The number one sign that a woman is non-feminine is if she wants a partner, not a husband. And the number one sign that you are feminine as a man, if you accept her as a partner and not a wife. Any man who has a partner, you got to check yourself, bro, because you are not being the man you're supposed to be. Partner in what? Unless y'all in a 50-50 relationship, that's a partnership. Anything outside of 50-50 relationship ain't a partnership. And none of us want to be in 50-50 relationships, right? So I'm telling you, men, right now, you have to understand that everything you're thinking is just not the proper way to think. It doesn't make sense to be that way. We got to accept the fact as men that we still deserve to have a traditional woman, that we're going to be a traditional man.
everything around them. Now, you got to cut through all that to get to her. At the same time, you have to also understand that a man used to dealing with powerful women, I'll go mess with the strip club every time.
Okay, so why can't the men evolve?
Because they be looking at it like they not used to no woman making $200,000 clean money. They only knew that in the street. To deal with that as a corporate woman, hey man, I got to change my tone, the way I talk, the way we gonna deal with this and everything. This is the first generation where women walk around saying, hey bro, I got the chick.
Now I want y'all to understand something. You hear that woman say, why can't men evolve? Women didn't evolve into that. Women devolved into this. If you're a woman and you become less feminine, that's not evolution. That's not evolution. That's devolution. You didn't evolve. You didn't grow. You regressed. That's not progress. That's regression. So why don't men evolve? Why don't we become more feminine? No, because we don't want to. We don't want to do that. We don't want to become more feminine. We don't want to be the wife. We want you to be the wife. We don't want to, no, we don't want a husband. So what are you talking about? Why can't we evolve? Yes, there are some men who are okay with that. What you must understand as a woman who thinks you're in a position of power, a woman who thinks you're in a position of prestige and influence, a woman who's getting a bag and you think that gives you power and you think that gives you masculine power. There's men out there who are okay with that. And those are the men that you're resigned to. You're not going to get a real man to go along with that. So you go over there and get that pool of men that are fake and soft and don't mind a woman running them. Those men are over there. They're available for you. I promise you they are. Just like if you're a woman who has nothing, there's a man out there who will give you everything you need financially. I'm talking about you ain't even got to put no work in or nothing. He'll give you whatever you need, but you're resigned to those dudes over there. You go over there because the man who's stabilized himself in life, man, and he's financially stable, mentally stable, emotionally stable, physically stable, spiritually stable, that man has options in this world. You, my dear, with all of your money and power and fame and prestige and need to be more like a man, you don't have as many options and you never will. And the woman also who has nothing, you don't have many options unless you have saved yourself for a man. If you haven't saved yourself for a man, then why would a man save you? A woman who saved herself for a man doesn't need to be saved. She needs to go in to live the fantasy that she's waited on. A woman who hasn't saved herself for a man, that woman needs to be saved from the decisions that she's made and the consequences thereof. None of us want to do that. But there are still women in the world, maybe not in the country now, in the world, who will come into your life and be your wife and respect the fact that you're her husband.
A lot of women are waiting for the finished product, and you're missing a really good man who knows who he is, but he just needs support. And I'll say this too, a lot of men are waiting to build their kingdom before they have their woman. A really good woman will support you in building that kingdom. And I think that is something that we have to hear more of because, you know, a lot of people see the finished product and they're like, oh yeah, well that makes sense. It's like, yeah, but you didn't see the before. You didn't see the story that got us here. And a lot of times we have to take a leap of faith, but if we trust ourselves and we trust in the other person, that leap of faith is grounded. The right woman will inspire the shit out of a man to build a bigger kingdom than he would have built alone.
See, you were so thirsty for a win, you left too early. You could have been right here with me enjoying the fruits of our labor. You could have been right here with me winning and shining together. But because of your thirst, you took the exit.
But because of your thirst, you took the exit. Man, let me tell y'all something right now. If you build your life, a woman has to come through the door with something to offer to it. Otherwise, she just doesn't deserve it. Now, some of you guys are in the mind state where you have accepted the fact you have to pay a woman in order to get the woman you want. You have to provide everything. You have to do all of that. That's fine. Like, I don't even knock guys like Yada Awakening if that's what he wants to do. But to promote it like it's the thing that a real man does is just being facetious. That's not what a real man does. A real man doesn't pay a woman to stay. A real man invites a woman into his life and employs her in a way where she can be compensated justly with the lifestyle and maybe even some financial compensation. But that's what you do. You know, if you have some things going on in your life, listen, bro, even if it comes to cleaning, for example, if you got a cleaning lady who comes and clean your crib, you get a wife, you already losing the money. You already spending the money. You just give your wife that and let that be her spending money. You understand? She's coming in, taking over a job. You understand? Let that be her spending money. It's already going out because there's other things that she has to do outside of just cleaning up. There's other requirements for her. So I say this to y'all, and that's just one example. Maybe you don't want to do that. It's cool if you don't. Do whatever you want to do, but just don't be a sucker about it and believe that you're building your life just so you could go and get some strange woman and let her in it. Unless that woman has saved herself for you, then she doesn't deserve access to that. And every time you give a woman access to it, you're just tricking. You understand me? If a woman is into you, a woman will come in. If she's meant for you, a woman will come into your life, man. You will bring her into your world, man, and she will enhance it immediately. Otherwise, you got two options. You just play, or if you bring the wrong woman into your life, dog, you're going to fall off. You're going to fall off completely. I'm talking about you're going to fall off so bad, bruh. You just can't do it. You can't afford to do it. As a man, you got to understand the need to build what you need to build. And you got to understand that having the wrong woman in your life is the quickest way to destroy whatever it is that you have built. If having the wrong woman is your only option, don't have any option. Y'all know how to abstain. Y'all know how to refrain from being intimate with all these women. Y'all know how to do that. Well, do it. Be a man. Stand on principle. And don't be around here dealing with no scallywag, man, letting her come into your wife. Because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Letting her come into your life, rather. Because I'm going to be honest with you. There's only two kind of women in the world. Women who come in and their femininity enhances your life, enhances your peace, enhances your home. And women who come in and their Jezebel spirit drains your energy, drains your peace, drains your resources, kills your focus, kills your drive, kills your determination. And you'll notice every time you get really focused in on something, she'll do everything in her power to pull your focus away and place it on her again. Even if it just means keeping up turmoil, even if it just means complaining, even if it just means whining and nagging, even if it just means always dumping your problems on you. There's a bunch of things that'll take place. And you men must understand that if you build your life up, the only woman who deserves to be a part of it is the woman who helped you build it, or the woman who's coming in to help the build increase even more. Those are the only two. All right, so y'all comment down below and let me know if you've had a woman in your life who came in and just leashed everything from you and you felt your energy changing and all of that, or if you've had or have a woman, because hopefully if you had this woman, you kept her, who came in and just enhanced everything you had going on, bro. I'm talking about everything you had going on was just enhanced.